Good morning, everyone, here at Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church, and also those on Zoom. And for those on Zoom, if you please turn off your video and mute your audio. Okay, and so I would like to, first of all, thank Rick Yoman for being here, being our speaker today. And I'd like to say this prayer. Thank you, Mother, Father, God, for bringing us all together. As we come together, we open our hearts in gratitude for the space, for opportunity for friendship, and our connection to Spirit. And with this, we say thank you. So I'd like to start with singing Let There Be Peace on Earth. And Michael, could you come and lead it, please? This is awesome.
Good morning. Big breath. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Okay, I would like to read the statement of intent, and it's on your card. We continue to be fortunate to have a variety of speakers for Sunday services. By using guest speakers, we gain wisdom from all those who share. This is a church community where we can worship the God of our own understanding, to experience joy and be uplifted, to gain strength and inspiration we can share with others throughout the week. We invite you to join us in this celebration of life, to nourish your spirit, and to enjoy the community of kindred souls. I would like to ask Sue to come up for announcements now. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Okay, welcome to Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church one more time. I'm sure everybody says that. But I want to say good morning, and it's a beautiful sunshiny day here in Duluth, so go out and celebrate the beautiful day. Anyway, just a few things. My number one is always we have a suggestion box at the back of the church. If you're interested in putting in a comment or a suggestion or an idea or a thought, it's back of the church. Otherwise, if you don't want to come to the church and do it, we have many other ways you can do it. You could actually drop a suggestion in our mailbox if you're really that interested, or you could email us, and make sure I get this right now, Interfaith on 9th, the number 9, THST Street, at gmail.com. Did I get it right? Oh, yeah, I think I got it right. Anyway, also you can call us and leave a voicemail, and or you could call one of the board members. Let us know if you've got any ideas, suggestions, people to speak, ways we can, beef up our our suggestions. Anyway, so prayer intentions. Does anybody have any prayers that they'd like prayed over for today? Anyone on Zoom, you can chat with Andrew. Little brain fart there. That's right. Paul Bergstrom's mother passed on Wednesday, I believe. So we all want to give all our good intentions and prayers and thoughts to the family of Paul and his extended family. We we weren't sure. We were trying to see if there was some kind of donation in the mother's obituary, but we haven't found anything like that. But I'm sure he would appreciate prayers, thoughts, cards, whatever we can do. Any other prayers? We do have the prayer bowl here, so we can pray over it during the service. Who is speaking next week? Jasmine Phoenix is speaking next week, so come and join us for that. Do we have a topic yet? Okay. No topic yet. If you miss our service today, or if you want to watch the service again today, you can go to YouTube. We have a YouTube site. It does take a few days to get it downloaded to YouTube, but you can also look at old back ones for us. We also check out our website. We have the website is LSICC.org. No, that's our Facebook. That's our website, yeah. And we're also on Facebook, so look up Lake Superior Interfaith on Facebook. We got it there too. We do have coffee downstairs. It's hot and ready when we get done with service today. One service per month, which today is the day we are going to dedicate to unity, learning more about unity. And so today we are going to have our very favorite Rick Youmans come and talk to us about what he likes and what all about it he's going to talk about. The Unity Book Study Group, for more information, we have a Unity Book Study Group on Sunday nights here at the church and on Zoom. So if you want to get involved, the book we are going to be reading, I've already forgotten. Seed of the Soul. Who is it by now? Gary Zukoff. Okay, thank you. Really, I get the book and forget all about it. Okay, so join us on the book study group. It's lots of fun. We're starting the new book tonight, so if you want to get in the beginning. And don't forget our Christmas giving tree. We still have it up. We've been collecting for chum, personal items, all that kind of stuff. Also, we're collecting for animals, Animal Allies, and Douglas County Humane Society, anything that needs our help. So don't forget, if you can't get to us in person and donate something in person, you can always write us a check and put on the notation whether you want it to go to chum or to animal care or whatever. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sue. Michael, do you have a song to sing now, or would that be a good time? I think it is. Thanks, Mike.
Good morning again. In talking to Rick about his talk today, I ran a couple of songs past him, and this one speaks to me. It's called Catch Another Butterfly. It's about opening up or reconnecting with that sense of wonder. But it goes, do you remember days not so very long ago when the world was run by people twice your size? And the days were full of laughter, and the nights were full of stars. And when you grew tired, you could close your eyes. Yes, the stars were there for wishing, and the wind was there for kites, and the morning sun was there for rise and shine. And even if the sniffles kept you home from school and bed, you couldn't hardly stay there after 9. And I wonder if the smell of morning's faded. What's happened to the robin song that sparkled in the sky? Where's all the water gone that's tumbled down the stream? Will I ever catch another butterfly? Do you remember camp outs right in your own backyard, wondering how aeroplanes could fly? And the hours spent just playing with a funny rock you'd found, with crystal specks as blue as all the sky. Now I watch my son, he's playing with his toys. He's happy, and I give him all I can. But I can't help feeling just a little tingle inside when I hear him say he wants to be a man. Yes, I wonder if the smell of morning's faded. What's happened to the robin song that sparkled in the sky? Where's all the water gone that's tumbled down the stream? Will I ever catch another butterfly? Will I ever catch another butterfly?
Thank you so much, Michael. Okay, we'd like to do the principles, but the unity principles. Okay, unity, the basic principles. Number one, God is the source and creator of all. There is no other enduring power. God is good and present everywhere. Principle number two, we are spiritual beings created in godly good. Number three, we create our life experiences through our way of thinking. Number four, there is power in affirmative prayer, which we believe increases our awareness of God. Number five, knowledge of these spiritual principles is not enough. We must live them. And thank you. And so, Rick, I'd like you to come forward, and I'll look forward to your talk and meditation. And you can do whatever. Meditation's fine. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So we have a healing meditation to begin with here today. So as we enter into this time, we begin by settling our bodies, sitting comfortably. We allow our arms and legs to soften into our seats, relaxed and at ease. We breathe slowly and deeply, cleansing our body with every breath. Our bodies become stilled, peaceful, ready to receive. We continue to breathe at a steady pace, allowing our breath to fill and calm our beings. The world is on hold as we pause the eternal. If thoughts arise, we picture them in a cloud that gently floats by and out of sight. If that thought continues, we again allow it to float by until it disappears for good. Now we turn our gaze inward, where our true being exists. Here we find all that we are, all that is true, all that matters to meet any need. It is from this spiritual core that our healing resonates. For in each and every cell of our body exists the complete presence of spirit and its healing energies. God, being all good and wholly present all the time, is everywhere in every one of us and always available. This presence is perfect. We are totally filled with spirit, and there is no place that is excluded. It fills us with life and energy. It enlivens us with zeal and love. We are perfect, vibrant beings, active, beaming with the light of the universe. This quiet searching inside is a time to remind ourselves of all the pure and perfect aspects of spirit that course through every vein and cell of our bodies. We remember our true nature as beings filled with the Spirit of God. We contemplate this knowledge of our healthy selves as we enter into the silence. Yes, we feel God with us, and we're reminded that its ever-present power is always with us and awaits our call to action. So if you gently enter back into the room, good morning. So, what do I want to be when I grow up? You remember getting that question when you were a kid? I remember particularly being in my dad's barber chair. That was always a big thing for me. Going to my dad's barber was, I'm a little man at that point. And I was probably second or third grade, and we'd watch the cars go by, and the big thing is I could tell him what was a Ford, what was a Chevy, and what was a Chrysler, and that's about the three we had to choose from at the time. And one of the things he asked me as I was a little guy sitting in the chair, he says, "So what do you want to be when you grow up?" And I didn't have an answer for him. So I thought about, I got ready for the next time I came and thought about it. Well, what do kids say? What do you say to that? Well, you say fireman, doctor, policeman maybe, or I'm going to be an athlete or an astronaut. Astronauts were big when I was a kid. Astronaut was the big thing. All the rockets were going up in the air, Apollo and all of those things. Or a president. President was another one. So I decided one day I'd say, okay, I'm going to be a doctor. And that lasted for a little while until I realized I couldn't stand the sight of blood, and that if anyone got sick, I immediately got sick to my stomach. So I had to revise my plans. So I thought I'd be something more logical, so I was going to be the second baseman for the Detroit Tigers. And I don't think that ever panned out, but as a young person, we like to see those opportunities. It's easy to see those opportunities as being unlimited. You think, the whole world's out there. Gee, I'm just going to see what's out there and pick it and do it. So when we hear that question, though, what are we thinking of? When you hear, what do you want to be? You hear thoughts about jobs, careers. What else do you want to be? What else do we want to be? What do we want out of life? So how about happiness, health, prosperity, confidence, energy, vitality, wisdom, enlightenment. Maybe I want to help others. Maybe I want to help the environment, help animals, create art, create buildings, maybe make gardens. The list just goes on forever, whatever you can think of. So the question is, when do we grow up? I'm still waiting. So we can be any age and still grow. That's the point for me. You know, I want to continue growing now. I want to keep growing and trying new endeavors for years to come. I'm not done. So I know my desires have changed since I was in second grade, believe it or not. They were different when I was a kid. They're different in my 20s. They were different in my 30s, and even now in my 40s. That's the biggest laugh I got today. So. But somewhere along the way, the optimism of a second grader leaves us. And why is that? You know, why do we quit giving up that broad world and seeing everything being available to us? We don't believe that we can have or do the things, and we don't necessarily say that out loud, but inside of us, there's something that's limiting us. And maybe we even stop trying. Maybe we even stop trying to do new things and grow and be what we can. So why would anybody close off these opportunities that they once saw? Doesn't make sense, does it? So why would somebody give up their hopes and their dreams and settle for less? Well, I know the answer. It's reality. Isn't that what they say? Oh, come on. Let's be real. Let's have reality here. So the reality is what you see in life and how you see life being. Don't we all have our own separate realities? Everybody's got a different lens. Michael knows the camera lens and the different lens that we see the world through. And you know, I took a new lens a few years ago, and I prefer the positive look at reality. I prefer the possibilities. And anybody who knows me knows that I can't talk about life for 5 minutes without mentioning unity. And to me, unity's got the empowering message that I want to hear. This is what it all comes down to for me. With unity, I have a spiritual base that gives me a positive mindset with empowering principles and a reality of hope and of possibilities. The world is limitless when you see life through the lens of having a good God and good opportunities and God with you. So I rely on the unity principles, the ones that we just read in the beginning of the service that Carol just read. And this is a reminder of my faith in a good God, active in my life with me. That's basically what the first principle said. God is good and active, present everywhere. You often hear this phrase or mantra recited in unity churches. It expresses the same thing. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. If you've ever been to a unity service, you've probably heard that. But that statement alone just reassures me. If I can just be aware of the fact that God is right here, right now, wherever I am, that just brings a calmness to my body to know that there's a good power right here available to me. And it's not only just available, it's right in me, and it's in everyone. And that helps to squash any fears or doubts or things that the outside world throws at us every day. So back to the question, what do I want to do when I grow up? Can I actually do this? Can I be a peacemaker, an artist, an environmentalist, a doctor, a lawyer? Can I be healthy? How about just, can I be happy? So let's look at the second principle that Carol mentioned, and that is the Spirit of God lives within each person. If you have a powerful goodness that resides in you, God, it's every bit of you. It's every part of your body. How powerful is that, to have that presence in every bit of you? God in me, working through me, and you and everyone, knowing this is a big part of activating that power. Just to know it and remember that brings me peace, brings me the opportunities to look at life differently. So what if you want to be healthy? What if healthy is your goal? I have a story. Myrtle Fillmore and Charles Fillmore are the founders of Unity. And that's why I picked healthy here, because their story is about health and healing. They started out with health and healing, and that's where Unity got its start. So some of this is taken from a friend of mine, Cherie Ruffo, in Providence. She's the spiritual leader there. So some of this I'm just going to read, and some of it is my own embellishment. So Unity co-founder Myrtle Fillmore was told by her doctor at the age of 40 that she had 2 to 3 months to live. She had struggled with tuberculosis her entire life and was now in the end stages of the disease. That was deadly at the time. This is the late 1800s, or mid to late 1800s. Shortly after she heard this news, she and her husband, Charles Fillmore, attended a healing seminar by Dr. E.B. Weeks, who was a spiritualist, doctor, kind of both. And he told her, "You are a child of God, therefore you do not inherit sickness." Something she had never heard before. So it was there that she had her revelation about healing. Myrtle realized that in order to heal her body from the disease, she needed to see herself as God sees her, a perfect child of God. She had to change her mind. This is where the third principle of Unity comes in. We create our life experience through our way of thinking. Or what you hold in mind manifests in your life. Or as Wayne Dyer put it, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I love Wayne Dyer. He's one of my favorite. And he had real close ties to Unity. He spoke at Unity churches all over the nation when he was around. So Myrtle changed the way she looked at things, and she saw the God in herself. And there's no situation or health challenge that is too big for God. And she saw that. So Myrtle began every day by saying affirmations and denials. So the fourth principle of Unity, that's the fourth one we talked about, is principles of Unity. The fourth principle of Unity is that we use affirmative prayer. And we also use denials. Denial is denying the hold of that negative thinking over us, to deny the negative, reinforce the positive with the affirmations. Get that negative out of your life, knock it out, put something good back in. So denial that anything can or does hold power over you, so nothing can hold power over God. If God's in you, what can hold power over that? Myrtle said, as a perfect child of God, I did not inherit illness. So that's that denial. So anybody that's listening, if you have a health challenge, that's a great denial to knock that negative thinking out of your head. Don't reinforce the negative. You can say that. You can put it on your mirror, that as a perfect child of God, I did not inherit illness. Then turn around and put the affirmation in. To claim the truth, you got to find something positive to reinforce the absolute truth of the situation. Something like, I am perfect health. It may not look that way on the outside to you at the moment, but what we're talking about is remember what you really are. You are spirit. Nothing can harm God or spirit. Remember that that positive energy is something that's going to have an effect on your body. Or every cell in my body radiates perfect health and wholeness. Or just simply, I am healthy. So you're going to get rid of that negative attitude in your mind, put that new thought in your mind. By the way, unity falls under the realm of new thought. That's what it is. It's a new thought, a new way of thinking. But you're going to put that new positive thought in your mind and claim it. And you use these affirmations to claim the truth and use that power of God that's in you, because that's what it's there for. To really be an active part of your life, and you spend time with that. That can be part of your routine, your spiritual time. Your daily practice is to do an affirmation of something that you really want to affirm in your life. It's really easy to focus on health. If you have a health challenge, Myrtle had a health challenge. She focused on it, and when you have a serious health challenge that's threatening your life, what else are you going to focus on, right? So it took Myrtle about 2 years, and she finally eradicated the tuberculosis. And this was in her 40s. And she was never sick with any illness after that in her life, nothing major. She passed away at the age of 86, and then the day she did, she walked around work, this is around Unity Village, hugging people and saying goodbye. She had no appearance of illness. She had simply decided it was time to go home. So she went to bed and gently left her body that night after saying goodbye to everybody there at the staff. Her husband Charles also had a similar situation, and he used the principles to heal his body also. When he was a boy, he had a bad fall and broke his hip. His leg was withered, painful, and 4 inches shorter than the other leg. So he, for 2 years, did the same thing that Myrtle did, and his leg actually grew and straightened out. So he lived to 94 then, after that. And he used an affirmation to keep himself enlightened, and this is one of my favorite affirmations of all time. It's just, as I get older, I love this one. But he would say, in his 90s, he says, I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm as I spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that need to be done by me. That just charges me up. A 90-year-old getting up in the morning and saying, I sizzle with enthusiasm and zeal, and I'm going to get up and do what I'm supposed to do. So Charles lived until the age of 94, and they say that he was so healthy that he was surprised by his transition from this life. So I want to be surprised when I go. So healing's always been a big part of Unity, and if healthy is what you want to be, Unity certainly is a spiritual reminder of the healing power of God through you. So, and the last principle of Unity, just it sounds simple, and it just is everything, is that knowledge of these spiritual principles is not enough. We must live them. That's the 5th principle. So in other words, we don't check in on Sunday, go home and say, oh, wasn't that nice? And then go back to living like everyone else. We actually have a different way of thinking about our life. We have that power, we have that strength that we know God is with us, and we carry that throughout the week. So we get to walk with confidence, that knowing that God is part of us. And you get to claim what you want and need in life, and hold that in mind and let that manifest through the God in you. That is really the truth, living the unity truth. So I'll never stop being what I want to be, despite some people's suggestions. So whether that's through a new endeavor or saying yes to a new opportunity, or I'm going to Alaska next week for 3 months, I'm going to keep taking new opportunities and affirming health and happiness. And I'm going to keep asking myself what I want to be when I grow up. So as one of my other spiritual teachers, Yogi Berra, who was catcher for the New York Yankees, said, "It ain't over till it's over." So I'm going to keep going till it's over. But this is over. So.
Thank you, Rick, for the inspiring words, for the reminder. We are so powerful, all of us. Thank you. Yes, I would like to ask for the offering to be run, pass the offering plate, whatever. And what I would like to sing in the, not me, but I will play In the Silence. Like if you could sing along, please. In the Silence, number 74. Thank you.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
Michael's going to sing again for us. Thank you, Mike. Okay.
So I believe in the idea behind Rick's talk about unity. In the words of Picasso, the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. In this next song, it's called Child of the Universe. It goes, "Tell me, what can I aim for in a world that's quickly changing? Tell me what my purpose is. Where do I fit in? Shall I follow a dream, or are dreams just made for children? Well, all of us are children now. That's where I fit in." I first heard this at a children's concert, and I was so moved when the kids were singing this. The sun is only a star. Around that star we spin. But there are many other stars. Where do we fit in? I fit in? Child of the universe, let your spirit fly. You are the special one, and here's the reason why. You're a child of the universe, so climb your mountains high. You are the chosen one to try and touch the sky. Tell me, what can I aim for in the world that's quickly changing? Tell me what my purpose is. Where do I fit in? Shall I follow a dream, or dreams just made for children? Well, all of us are children now. Where do I fit in? Child of the universe, let your spirit fly. You are the special one, and here's the reason why. You're a child of the universe, so climb your mountains high. You are the chosen one to try and touch the sky.
Thank you, Michael. You were such a gift. Speaking of gifts, I want to thank you all for the gifts right here in this basket and for the gifts that I find in the mailbox. And also, we have PayPal on our website. And what an awesome way to donate. And we appreciate it all. And it just helps us keep moving forward. It's in gratitude. So, okay, I would like to say the church affirmation. And it's here somewhere. Where's my church affirmation? It's right here. Oh, my. Okay. We totally accept the belief that God is in charge of the affairs and direction of Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church. We know that as our thoughts of trust and joyful anticipation join harmony with the thoughts of all the members of this fellowship, we attract the right ministerial leadership to our spiritual community, and we are grateful. And now for the benediction is the Unity's prayer of protection. Perfect. We say it every Sunday, Rick. You know that. So the light of God surrounds us. The love of God unfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever I am, and God is, and all is well. And thank you, everyone. I'd like to play God Be With You Till We Meet Again. And Michael, would you, would you without Michael? He can lead it. We can stand. Okay.
God be with you till we meet again. By his counsel's guide uphold you. On his love securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. 'Neath his wings protecting hide you. Daily manna still provide you. God be with you till we meet again.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, everyone. And we'll see you all next week. And all is well. Thank you. And Unity book studies tonight, and as every Sunday night, and Rick will be here at that one. So, and the next two, right? No, just next week. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you all. Thank you. Okay. Bye bye.